Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And like always, it's smoke to the enemy. Here we are again. Have we not learned our lesson? Weeks ago, we talked about this. Terrence Crawford giving Teofimo Lopez a pass. I came on the 78 Sports TV show with the General, and I chopped it up with my brother Drew Tight. And on those shows, I said, you should never give a man a pass for disrespecting certain things. There are certain things men do that they should not be able to come back from. You can forgive them and not fool with them, because it is in the character of a coward, of a habitual line stepper, to step over that line again. Here we are. Teofimo Lopez is using the N-word again, calling Terrence Crawford a nigger. And this time, there is no microaggression behind it. There is no subtle racism behind it. It's straight, blunt, right to the point. This is why when you brothers were caping for this man, saying that, well, he grew up around us. How low does a man have to treat you for you to now understand that he is an enemy? Some of you are saying, why does race always come up in the sport of boxing? I wish that all we had to talk about was the sweet science. I wish that all we had to talk about was the best versus the best. Who I think the best is and who you think the best is. But we are past that. The skills, the product of American boxing, the stock has dropped so low that you have people like Teofimo Lopez using racism as a way to get attention. And people say, well, you know, the N-word, it shouldn't affect you like that. It's always either a non-black American or a self-hating Sambo saying this. What is it about that word? Well, there is a such thing as post-traumatic stress. So any other group of people, if you call them a racial slur, it is an issue. The examples that they have made of black celebrities, athletes, all the entertainers, certain communities have forced them to apologize, lose money, sometimes even ruin their whole careers. You all remember the Arsenio Hall show. You all remember Kyrie Irving having to apologize and then being told he didn't apologize good enough. You all remember that. You all remember Kanye losing, even though, you know, that's a whole nother topic, but you all remember Kanye losing almost $1 billion overnight. You all remember Whoopi Goldberg having to apologize on The View. You all remember Michael Jackson having to take certain racial slurs out of "They Don't Really Care About Us." Michael Jackson, biggest pop star in the world. So we have had to deal with this nonstop. But when we bring up a word that is rooted in so much hate and horrific events, there was a little girl in South Carolina who was called the N-word before being snatched off the road by two men and a woman of European descent. And they assaulted this little girl in ways you would not imagine. It wasn't just about unaliving her. They did things to her while she was alive, a little girl, and they carved the N-word into her chest. That's just one story, but these are the type of stories that's behind that word. And if you want to get straight down to it, a lot of the reason why black people call each other the nigger word and use it as endearment sometimes or use it as a bad thing is because of trauma. Generations and generations of trauma. You are in no position to tell us how to feel about that word. So the Black American boxing fans who keep getting disrespected, how do you all expect us to act? What are you all asking us to do? I wish that we could just focus on the skills and the sport of boxing. But you have one of the most recognized faces of American boxing being this disrespectful. Again, there has been no repercussions on Teofimo Lopez for his racist antics. And this has been going on for some years now. So what are you trying to get us to do? Ryan Garcia, as far as his racial rant, there was no repercussions. And the saddest part is our own brothers and sisters were too scared to even bring it up. Many of them saying, I just want to keep it boxing. I don't care about that. Coward. Spineless coward. So this is what should happen. These men in professional boxing, listen, you cannot control what a person does, but you can respond. You can control how you respond. You can control the actions you take in your response to their disrespect. So they need good sparring partners every fight camp. Brothers, all good money. All money ain't good money. Let me say it again. All money is not good money. Don't send your fighters, coaches, to help this man in his camps. You got this man having the nerve to call Terrence Bud Crawford a nigger, and then he swagger jacks our style. He's doing 52 blocks in his fight that he just had in New York. That's from black people. And you all allow this man to keep disrespecting you all to your face. This is why you should not give a person like that a pass. Best believe if there was a black fighter calling you all racial slurs, we would be on top of it. No, brother, we not moving like that. That's not what boxing is about. But Devin Haney didn't even call a man a racial slur. He just said, a white man not gonna beat me, trying to lure Lomachenko in to fight him. And he was dragged 4 weeks for saying that. Haney hasn't been on ESPN that much since. Can't you see the hypocrisy? Brothers, it's at the point now where you are either going to keep making the same mistakes, and when the consequences come, the people will not be here for you. Plain and simple, we can't control nothing you do. But look how they did Derrick James before the fight was even over with Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Jim Lampley's racist punk ass was already trying to blame Derrick James. Trying to blame him, not giving him the right direction, the right motivation, blah, 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 instead of talking about the fighter who clearly doesn't look the same he was in the fight with Devin Haney when he was when he was found guilty of taking PEDs. So this is why you don't cape for racists. This is why you don't put your arms around them and give them a pass after a person shows you who they are. God bless to you. God bless to the truth tellers in the sport of boxing. Peace.